Hi, guys. Hey, Jacob. I want to say first, Dawn and Richard and Brian, Tri-Flippers, were all in here super, super early. So thank you guys for coming. I don't know what's going on. I don't see our guest in the back studio. So for now, you guys have just me and Julian. I don't know how often they have done live. Hey, Southern Pearl. So Richard's been talking. Richard has a really awesome, he does like the Christmas lights to the music.
Oh,
He has
nice.
another channel and he's been spending a lot of money. Thank you for the super sticker, Greg. I appreciate it very much. I have been, so I'm over $300 again today. So I'm hitting that $300 price point more frequently, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's a good price point to be at.
Yeah, even like that little bit. And it's so funny, like that people send offers. I listed the kitchen towels that were like Christmas, Halloween, all of that. Let me make sure this is not one of them. Nope. I just want to make sure they're not trying to get on and can't. Like I have them at $11.99 for a 2-pack, and I sent them an offer of 10. They want to give me 9. I'm like, no, like it hasn't even been listed for 24 hours. And then like not even 10 minutes later, it sells full price. I'm like, okay. Hey, Wendy. Hey, Girl Hustle. Hey, Never Too Old. Nikki T. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. I messaged Colton and Courtney, but they didn't answer me. So we are getting a new puppy in 4 weeks from Alabama. So if it's close to Colton and Courtney, I would like to go meet them. I think that would be super cool. I've been talking to them forever.
What type of puppy are you getting?
Golden Retriever, a little girl. So
Golden Retriever.
They're 4 weeks old right now, so we have to wait 4 weeks for them to be old enough to go to a new home. Hey, Louie. Nikki T, where are you going? I don't know about your trip. I have not been watching very much YouTube because my mom like flies past me with these photos, helping me photograph stuff to list, and she'll do like 100 pictures in a day. So like Monday, Tuesday, I'm off both days. But so I can catch up with her Monday, but then Tuesday is like, if I'm busy at work, I don't catch up, and then she's ready to come back Friday. Where is the 411 sale at, Nikki? I'm interested to know that. And then, so that big lot, and the only reason it was this cheap, and you're not going to think it's cheap when I tell you how much I paid. I paid about $125 for the shipping for that. If it had been directly from the high bid company, it probably would have been $250 to $300. However, Thrifty Mullet was nice enough to go pick it up for me and box it for me, so I didn't have any like surcharge fees or anything like that. If it had been from high bid, the shipping probably would have been more to $300 because I had a smaller scarf lot I bought that cost $50 in shipping, and I only paid $3 for the lot. So I think that some of them will give you quotes beforehand, but I don't message them all because I don't know if I'm going to win them, and I like watch quite a few. I just make sure, even if shipping's super high, that that lot is still going to be a profitable lot. So in that lot, I thought I was going to have over 1,000 scarves, but I actually had closer to like 700 to 800. So it was actually significantly less than I thought, but I was still only $500 in for everything with my purchases and the shipping. So you're still in less than $1 per scarf.
And you've been doing pretty good on wholesale lots, right?
Yeah. So Richard, I don't know where our guests are, unfortunately. They are not in the back room, and I stream on my phone. So if anybody would like to hit up Flashback Finds and Ginger Marvin on Instagram and maybe ask them where they're at, that would be great. So, oh yeah, it's the presidential debate. So Julian and I are going to have our own presidential debate live.
Somebody asked me how sales are. My sales last week were insanely good. and this week they've like came into about average.
The roller coaster. I'm
Yeah.
gonna drop the link, guys. So Girl Hustle, they were not all scarves. I bought towels, I bought vintage linens, and does that link work when I no, it does not. Here, let me try this again. Am I not allowed to drop my own link? Anyways, it's the nurse flipper at bigcartel.com. I just added one more new with tags, and I will tell you guys the new with tags lots I'm selling for 50, and I have at least $250 in those boxes. They are made, they have like scarves that are worth 50 to 60, like one of them in the box. So they're pretty good. Butterfly hustles. So what I do is they will typically invoice me, and I typically write them immediately back and say, hey, I need this shipped. And then some of them want you to pay the amount before you pay for the shipping. And then others say, okay, wait, I'm going to calculate the shipping and I'll email you a new invoice. And I forgot to call one of them today, and they're probably pissed off at me. Thank you, BFF Dale. Yes, Tommy, tell Cameron to get over here, and somebody else tell Cathy, Ginger Marvin to get over here. I talked to both of them this morning. I do not know where they are at. They're MIA. I don't know where they are. Hey, Maggie Doodle, thank you for coming in. Richard, are you telling knock-knock jokes, or are you knocking for the guests to come in? I cannot. This is the first time this has actually happened, that somebody hasn't showed up, and both of them did not show up, not just one. Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
Hey, finds of yesterday. I appreciate everybody coming. Yeah, so I just won some more scarves, but I am not going to re-wholesale these out. These are all actually, and this is kind of a bolo for you guys, they're Doctor Who scarves, and I think they're more geared at men. And I bought a whole box of them. I don't know how much the shipping's going to be, and I paid a lot for the scarves themselves, but they comp out at like $25 to $35 a piece.
Really?
So yeah, so when I get them, I'm going to show everybody. Hey, Eddie. Maybe time zones, Tommy. I don't know if that's the case. But I mean, on all my stuff, it says Eastern Standard Time, I would think. Yeah. I don't know. Richard, that makes it very easy for you. You have one link to drop, and that's it for now. But yeah, so like it's kind of, I've had this past week, and it'll be on my video tomorrow. I've had so much QVC stuff selling, and that stuff's been sitting here almost a year. And I'm not complaining it's selling, but I'm like, why all of a sudden, like I sell none for a year and then like 4 sell in a day? And I don't know if that's because there's competition on that stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the eBay gods decided to boost my listing to the top. I don't know what is going on. It's been a little crazy. I haven't sold any of my furniture, which is sad.
No,
but
nothing.
No.
I haven't bought my first piece yet, but it's coming. It's gonna happen. I just got through the.
And that guy has like 40 pieces. So you figure to get regular sales, I figure you probably, if you know, it's like everything else. You got to have a lot of it to see regular sales of it.
Yeah, I would think so. 40 pieces, that's a lot of room. I mean, especially if
I was like, I want to go see how many pieces this guy has listed. Like, I want to go see. And it's 40. Yeah, Dale, super odd on the QVC stuff. Yes, Richard, I sent them the correct link. Julian got here, didn't he?
I did, yeah. I had the same link. I just typed it in.
I don't know what, it's kind of weird. Maybe they're watching the presidential debate and forgot us.
It's not on yet. They can't be.
Nope. Brad said not until 9.
Not until 9, yeah.
Not until 9. Dale, if you would like to message them, I told other people too. They're probably going to get tons of messages from tons of people, but it was supposed to be Flashback, Finds, and Ginger Marvin are supposed to be our 2 guests. I was
looking forward to that kidizen thing, because I had a whole bunch of like kids clothes I got for free, like decent ones, and I just gave them away. Like I didn't.
Yeah, and I have tons that are Daltons that I haven't listed because I really don't think they're worth listing on eBay. I've tried a couple times in lots. I've tried individually, and hey, SSK, and it didn't really go very well. So I'm not sure, if Kidizen's completely different. Like, I'd like to know, and I don't know if anybody in the chat sells on Kidizen, if it's more like an individual item type of scene, or is it like lots?
Like big lots, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, finds of yesterday, I do too. I know Courtney Bolo Buddies, she sells a lot of kids' clothes and lots on eBay and Mercari, and she sells them good. She said she always picks them up when she can find them cheap. I've seen her say that quite a few times. So
Really? Yeah, I had like a lot. I'm talking like boxes full, and I looked on eBay and it didn't look like it was really going to be worth the time, like sorting sizes. So, but then again, I have no idea.
What's Daddy got? We have no entertainment. So Dalton normally watches YouTube on my old phone while I am live, and we cannot find his phone.
Are you still not on the managed payments yet?
I am not. They have not messaged me. And like the little alert thing went away that said that I had to have yeah, so they haven't messaged me to say they're starting it. Butterfly Hustles, that is exactly correct. So I know the old stuff, and I actually have some vintage baby dresses and clothes, and I will tell you guys, like old smock, like with the embroidery on the front, those dresses can go like 30, 50, over $100, and the frilly, like the girls' dresses for pageants that are old, can sell hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So that stuff I know to watch out for. So finds of yesterday, that's all I really know is like that vintage linen, like full skirt dresses sell well, embroidered sells well, vintage Oshkosh. I don't know if anybody in the chat can help us out. And yeah, Jacob's saying Cathy, which is Ginger Marvin, has an hour-long video explaining oh, it says you can sell mom apparel. Okay, so I did not know that you could sell mom apparel. Yeah, mini me, I just agreed to go for it. Like, whoa, that's not him, that's me. That's not even Dalton doing that. I just agreed to go on it what, like a month ago, I think. Oh. So not too long. I also, though, Dalton, that's Julian. Yeah, that's Julian. Lucy's waving hi. Say hi. So I have it on the two screens. He's pointing at you on the other screen. Sit down, please. So I haven't cross-posted in over 2 months, but sit down. So but the thing is, I'm really great about taking it off eBay when it sells. Stop. Maybe if I put him on that side, probably not. If it sells on other platforms, I take it off of eBay, but I'm horrible if it sells on eBay, because like if I get 15 to 30 sales in a weekend, I don't want to go to 4 different platforms and take it down. So I'm really horrible about that. I know like Tommy uses List Perfectly in their higher plan. You can list off of List Perfectly, and then you can hit end item and it'll pull it off of all the platforms, I believe. Tommy can tell us if that's correct. Like I don't know. I'm doing so great on eBay. I don't know if I want to, like, now that my mom's taking pictures, my extra time goes to listing those extra items that would probably be the time that I would spend to cross post. So I would prefer to get more items listed on eBay for Q4 versus cross posting right now.
Yeah, that's kind of how I am right now. Like eBay's last week was insane. I had like 3 $750 days in a row. So I'm like, eBay's doing pretty decent. So I have not cross posted in probably like 3 months. I might put I have lots of shoes, so maybe like Poshmark for the shoes, but other than that, I don't really cross post at all. I should, because today's been pretty slow on eBay. I'm at only like 200. Did you lose audio?
No, I have Dalton screaming right next to
Oh.
me. That's why I was making the face, but he's still doing it. He like went to bed late, got up super early with me this morning, and so his schedule's just all dressed up. I don't
You can sell
know.
more stuff.
I don't know if you could pinpoint more what would sell on platforms. I think like the better way might be not to cross post, but to sell on different platforms.
So yeah.
So like like the kids stuff for kidizen, and if you had good brands of clothes and shoes, maybe Poshmark, Mercari, from what I've seen, is like toys, video games seems to do the best on there. Yeah, finds of yesterday. So a lot of times you have to go fill in and change stuff, and like your titles are different links for the different platforms. So that is always different. And sorry for the screaming, guys. The more you pay, I think the more it carries over. So like it doesn't carry over like dimensions and weight and stuff like that. Richard has a question for you there. I'm gonna mute so people don't hear him.
Yeah, I would like to. Getting tool lots. There was a big auction today in my area on Hybid, but they separated all like the actual big tools. So all the name brand stuff they separated. So everything was super high. I mean, they were doing like Snap-on stuff. And once you put that on there, they'll even put like exactly what it is, what socket or wrench or whatever, and they'll sell it in small lots. So all that stuff on Hybid's gonna be super expensive. I haven't had a good tool haul in a while. So right now, most of my sales, like yesterday, most of my stuff was golf clubs. And I picked up the other day, I tried to do a YouTube on it, but it just didn't work out with the GoPro. I picked up a whole closet full of like older clothing. Some of it was from like the 80s, early 90s, some pullovers and stuff. And I think they're going to sell pretty good coming up here on Christmas time. So, but no, I wish I could sell all tools, but it's hard to get cheap lots for some reason right now. I haven't seen. I'm on every day looking, and I can't find anything to buy. But I only look in 20 miles. So.
Yeah, he doesn't drive like I do.
Yeah, I gotta go out a little bit.
I notice the same thing with like any kind of things. Like you'll notice those auctions that are gonna split it all up. Mm-hmm. And those are the ones like I've seen some listing scarves individually, and I'm like, really? Like, yeah. So once I see a few things on an auction that is like pulled apart like that, I tend to go to the next one and not look anymore, because the people that pull that stuff apart are probably going to do that with all of their stuff.
And that's the thing is that, I mean, I guess the auctioneers, they're going to make a ton of money on that auction because they're selling like every piece separately rather than throwing it all in one big box. So it's bad for me, but I guess good for them. So and,
I'll be right around back. Here. Hey, look, Cameron is alive.
Hey, what's up? I just got off work, so it took a second.
Well, so Cathy didn't come either. So me and Julian were here with no guests, but it's okay.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Yeah. Work comes first.
Yeah, I work full time, so I didn't get off till right 5, and I had to get home and everything, so it took a minute.
Where are you at?
California.
Oh, so it's only 5 o'clock there.
It's like noon there.
Yeah, I know. When you said the time, I was like, I got to make sure I can get off work and my wife doesn't need me for anything.
So. Yeah, because that's like right after. I got you. So, guys, this is Flashback Finds. I think I mentioned him in a couple of the lives before, but I watch almost all of his videos he puts out. So he has a big variety, like me and Julian. Cameron, I'll go ahead and let you get big, and you can kind of introduce yourself and plug yourself if you would like to. A little commercial. We do have 50 people in the chat right now, so maybe get you some new subscribers. I know I'm putting you on spot, but I'm going to do it anyway.
No worries. Hey guys, I'm Flashback Finds. I usually go by Cam, though. The people who know me call me Cam. I've been reselling for like 8 years in total, but about 4 years really serious. Maybe my sound's sorry. And so yeah, I sell pretty much anything and everything. I'm just a regular guy selling people's junk on eBay, and it's been pretty good. On my channel, I usually show what sold, which is usually a random array of stuff, and I sometimes have haul videos and garage sale videos. So if you like to watch and find things that you can sell in your business, definitely check me out. Aside from that, I like long walks on the beach, you know, just hanging out in California sun. Not really, but that's just for fun. And that's about it.
Yeah, long walks on the beach are pretty nice. They're not bad. How's that?
They're okay with the right weather, man. It's been hot. It's like 105 today, so it's been rough.
That you in Southern California, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I'm in Southern California. Yeah.
That's not bad though. 105, that's good. It's got cool down here in South Carolina. We're like,
I'm more like in the 80s would be better for me.
Mm-hmm. So what do you mostly sell? Like a whole array of things? Just regular
yeah, pretty much anything. I mean, I'll sell underwear, I'll sell batteries, ink cartridges, diapers. It doesn't matter really what it is, as long as I can make some money. Probably the thing I sell the least is probably like jewelry and glassware. I know Kat does a lot of like ceramics and different kind of like, I call them breakables because I'm just clumsy, so that's why I don't really sell a lot of them. Not because there's not money, it's just because I know inevitably I'm going to break it. And it's happened before. I broke a Nerf gun one time. It was like $100 Nerf gun. Bought it at a garage sale. It was this rare one that goes on your arm. Sure enough, walk into the garage, dropped it, and it cracked. And I was like, this is why I don't sell stuff that can break, because I would inevitably break it. So.
Yeah, I didn't know how much like Nerf guns were worth. I picked up a couple for free the other day. Somebody just gave them to me, and I paid. It was like $60.
Yeah, some of them do really well. This one was from the 90s. It looked like almost like a bat wing or something. It goes on your hand or whatever. It was super unique, and I still sold it for parts, even though it broke. But I lost a lot of money that I could have had. So, but yeah, some Nerf guns do really well.
I know. Now I'm always on the hunt for them. I saw one, I think, for like 20 the other day, too. I got picked up for 2, so I thought that was pretty good. I'm like the same way as you. I sell like everything that if I can make $1 on it, I'm like, yeah, that's sell.
It doesn't matter to me. And like, I don't mind selling something for $10, free shipping, if I'm going to make a few bucks, as long as it's going to sell quickly or not going to take that much time to list. I don't mind. My business, there's like $100 items, there's $10 items. It's kind of all across the board, and it just works for me.
Yeah,
that's me too. I think Julian, same thing.
Easy to list and easy to ship really, really brings down my price. If it's super easy to list and super easy to ship, $5 is good to make. I'll be like, that's good enough.
Or multi-quantity. You know, if you can get something that's $5, but you can get 30 of them, and it's just one listing, and it's going to be slided into a mailer or something, I mean, jump on that, because just so little effort to keep selling.
Alton is ready to destroy. I shipped out today, and I videotaped a little, but I don't want the criticism on my shipping. So I did not do like the whole thing, but I shipped out one of those big old Tiffany like chandeliers, you know, with the glass panes all the way around.
Yeah.
And I thought I would make more, but I like have consistently dropped the price, and I only got $45 plus shipping. And I think I used like $20 in bubble wrap and peanuts.
Yeah,
so
that's
I don't know
the thing
if I'll
about
pick those up again.
Yeah, that's the thing about shipping like breakables is that the amount of money, even if you get it for free, you still have to go like looking for it and the time it takes to get all that, you know, bubble wrap and stuff.
The plates and like the simple stuff isn't horrible, but like that lamp was like insane for $45. It really wasn't.
That's why I wouldn't touch something like that, because either I'm going to break it or it's going to take me forever and all the supplies to pack it up. And I would have fear the whole time in shipping, thinking something went wrong with it. I would just be worried the whole time.
Yeah, I thought I'd get like $250 for it. That's why I picked it up. And it's been sitting here for like 8 months, and I just slowly lowered it, and it takes up a lot of space. So I'm like, whatever. Yeah. Richard says if it doesn't break in shipping, the packaging is great. That's like that wheelchair, which wheelchair is pretty sturdy, but I was super happy when that guy emailed me saying it got there in perfect condition, because it's a $500 sale, you know, until you hear from them, it's like.
Big smile
Leroy
relief.
said, "Hey to Dalton, thank you for the $5 super chat."
What up, Leroy?
Dalton just took your super chat off the screen. I appreciate it. He doesn't have
I
his.
may or may not be out in their area next week.
Whose area? Leroy's area?
Leroy's area, yeah. I might go out there to Columbia and go to every thrift store and buy everything that I can.
Yeah, Dawn, I have the packing paper too, and I buy it. I actually tried to go to like some dumpsters, but I don't know the right days. Like, I'm not against getting like bubble wrap and peanuts out of dumpsters. I don't care. I'm not embarrassed to do that. But I haven't been able to find any. Aww.
Yeah, that paper is expensive. It's I mean, you can spend like a ton of money, you know, in packing materials. That's why I get a lot of it off Facebook Marketplace. People move down here. It's
Find
like
the people that move.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see
My first
boxes,
question.
but I don't see paper.
Yeah, that's my first question is there packing material involved? I don't really care about the boxes. I'll take it all. I don't care, but I really just need the packing paper.
Right. Oh, Greg's saying Home Depot sells good price paper. I think I saw that, like a brown roll that's used for like underlayment or something. And it's like way cheaper than packing paper.
That's
he
actually,
said U-Haul, but I thought I saw somebody else before say Lowe's or something. Where do I get that, Troy? From the newspaper people? Troy says newspaper. I had it up. Dalton keeps pushing button.
blank newsprint.
Yeah, I've heard of that before.
Neither have I.
Yeah, so that might be. We don't have one in my little town, but where I work, I'm sure there's a newspaper place there.
I'm pretty sure I'm buying newsprint on eBay, but I never know you could get it from the newspaper people.
Yeah, the blank newsprint is what I buy for my packing.
Yeah, I buy it on eBay, but and it's pretty good, but I didn't know you could get it directly from the newspaper people.
Yeah, no, that would be good if it's cheaper for sure. How, like, Cameron, have your sales been like pretty consistent lately? Or are you staying like right around the same?
Yeah, pretty much. The past couple of weeks been a little better, even though my what solds are a couple weeks behind. But I've had a couple of like $300 items and stuff, which kind of push the numbers and skew them. But I think, not to be boastful, because I don't like to do that, but I think I'm at 15,000 for this past month in sales. Yeah. Obviously, that's not. It's that's usually where it's about, and free shipping and everything and fees and all that doesn't mean I make that much, but it's kind of staying pretty consistent. This year's been pretty good overall. Last year, I think I averaged like 12 to 13 per month. But this year with the quarantine and everything, things have kind of been boosted up.
And have you been hitting it this heavy for like the whole 8 years? Or when did you kind of ramp it up?
When I first started, I was pretty much clueless. I only knew about video games, so I would just go to garage sales and have to look up everything. And then I took some breaks in between, like I had other things going on in life. But the past 4 years is when I really kind of pushed it hard. And I've had pretty good success. And I mean, if you watch me, I sell a lot of stuff. And people ask me, how do you know what you do? And I'm like, it's just from experience. It's just time. If you do it long enough and you keep researching and more, you just learn. And eventually you build an eye where you don't even have to know, but you just have a good feeling about something. You know what I mean? I'm sure you guys feel that way too. You're just like, you know what? I'm not even gonna look this up. I just know this is something that has the qualities of something that'd be valuable. And then
and I pick stuff up like that. I'm sitting at like 10,000 a month. I've had a couple of $12,000 months, but I would like to get up there. How many items do you have listed?
Like almost 3,000 or something like that.
Okay, I'm at 2,500, so I'm getting there.
But I'm like you, where I mean, I watch your channel. You sell like pretty much everything, and that's why I have so much. Because I'll buy anything, and I have like been selling a lot of media lately. That's been my new kick, is like DVDs and CDs and cassettes. Because I'm buying them in bulk, these from people online or like on Facebook Marketplace, for $20 for their whole collection. And then I'm finding $30 and $40 and $20 CDs all through there. So my listings have really gone up since I started selling media because I buy so much of it.
Yeah, and they're super easy to list too. It's like front, back, and you're done, and shit.
Yeah, exactly. And then if they have a UPC, for the most part, it's easy to look them up. You can either scan it or type it in. So, and people still buy them. It's weird, but people still do buy CDs.
Yeah, I
and
also
that's
saw that.
about how like sorry. Like that's how my lots are. Like if I find a few really good items with the profit, like I'll still list the lower because I'm gonna be in the profit off the more expensive items. So if I make $2, $5, whatever
Hey,
on the others, it's fine.
Yeah, it adds up. I always was confused when people say you only have to sell something where you make like $30 of profit or $50 of profit or whatever. I'm like, you guys are missing out on some really easy money.
Oh yeah.
Because it's hard sometimes to only find those, and sometimes you can find a bunch of lower stuff that's really easy to list and ship, and you can make just as much money.
Yeah, I think the thing of it is just scale it. If you have, you're selling a whole bunch of little $5 or $3 items, and you do it a lot that day or that week, it doesn't take long to really like make some money.
Yeah, and how hard is it to ship a CD? I mean, it's what the shipping, you can do free shipping too if you want, because media mail is so cheap. So your costs are pretty low, and you can ship it out easy. There's not much effort. Like you said, 2 pictures, front and back, and you're done. Same with video.
Easy to store.
Yeah, exactly. I can store hundreds of CDs before I could store 100, bigger ticket items. They would take up a lot more space. So,
like Tiffany lamps and stuff. You can't.
Exactly, yeah.
You can't store a lot
I'm not
of
gonna break this
chandeliers.
Tommy has a question for you, Cam.
Yeah, let's see here. First of all, hi, Tommy, because I know Tommy pretty well. I have a couple of different connections. That's one way my business has grown. I refer to one as storage unit guy in my video. I've kind of dubbed him that because he just buys storage units like crazy. I don't want to release any of his personal information to protect the innocent, but basically he buys storage units all the time. He has garage sales, but he also calls me directly. So he'll call me up and say, hey, I got this, come and get it. One time I bought 12 cases of Decon, the rat poison, brand new in the box. I'm talking boxes inside of a case for $900, and I think I sold it for like $2,500 or something like that. And those connections really help because he knows I'm willing to buy. Sometimes I have to pay up, and I have another guy that I buy from who also buys storage units, and he does cleanouts, and he'll call me every other day and say, hey, I got a pile of stuff for you. And his prices are so cheap, and I just buy it in bulk. It really helped me through the quarantine because I could get stuff from them without when people weren't doing sales, and I could still get inventory. The only problem is I'm never going to catch up on my death pile because they're always finding stuff for me. So, and I have FOMO. I just can't not buy. So my death pile is what it is.
Yeah. How did those connections start, though? Like, how did you find those?
Yeah, very just like they just happened. Both were garage sellers. They had garage sales. I showed up. The first couple times, I just showed up and bought stuff. Then, like the third time or whatever, I'd come and I'd say, hey, I'm a reseller. And, let me know if you find this kind of stuff, video games, electronics or whatever. And eventually we just built a relationship, exchanged phone numbers. And now I just said, hey, just call me directly if you got some. I'll bring cash right now. And for sometimes, and they're a cash business, if they need to go pick up another unit or whatever, they want cash now so they can move forward. So sometimes they're willing to just sell to me at a certain price and I'll buy it all. It's one of those things where it just came just real naturally. I don't know how you could do it yourself. It just happened. But don't be afraid to tell somebody you're a reseller. Some people are so scared, like, oh, no, I'm buying it from my aunt. She loves The Simpsons or whatever you're buying, and, oh, these underwear.
Family needs shoes. That's why I'm buying.
I'm buying every size shoe you have because I have a family member who wears every size.
Every.
And I understand.
I tell everybody. Like,
yeah, but I'm not afraid to tell. Yeah, like I was at a thrift store on vacation, and this lady had a bunch of remotes at her thrift store. I bought all of them. I said, I'll give you $20 for the whole box. And she goes, I'll sell them to you, but tell me why you want them because no one needs that many remotes. I just said, I'm a reseller. I'm going to resell them. She goes, cool. And she sold them to me. I mean, what kind of lie was I going to make up? I might need them one day. Like, what,
I might buy these 50 different TVs.
I might buy these TVs. Who knows?
Julian.
I have 1,350 listings. I had a really good month, though. I had beaten this is the highest month ever that I've ever done. So I'm happy with that.
Oh, there's another question.
Yeah, you're very popular with Tommy.
Okay. I mean, I do have to go pick it up. They don't like drop it off at the house or anything. So I do have to go pick up from those two sources. I still do a lot of garage selling though. And it's not just for the inventory, it's fun. Garage selling is just fun. Like that's the part of this business where it's like a stress relief for me. So after a long week of work or whatever, I'm just like looking forward to Saturday like it's Christmas morning. So I don't mind going out and hunting for that. Those two though that I buy from, I always have to pick up from them. But they're doing all the work for me. They pretty much know what I want. They call me with what they have. I show up, give them the cash, and we move on. It doesn't take much time.
Yeah, I go, and that's why my death pile is as bad as it is, because my favorite's to buy off of high bid and lots. And of course, I get so much stuff. But I also like going out and hand picking, because like that's the fun part. That's like you said, it's a de-stressor. And like Friday, I'm gonna go thrifting with my mom, mainly because she's like so far ahead of me in taking pictures, and I don't want her to take anymore. But you know, she's doing great. But I'm also sourcing for her, so I'm sourcing ephemera that's flat and easy to take. Like I bought a bunch of vintage Christmas stockings, which are flat and easy to take. And then it's so funny. My mom. So I bought some cross stitch books with, if you guys don't know, like the pattern, like the kits sell super well, and they sell for 10 to 20 plus bucks, and you can normally get them really cheap. The book's not as well, but I sold 2 today, and I just listed them today. So I got like, I didn't know how many I got. I got 26 for $5 at the Mormon church garage sale. And like, I'm already in the profit. But my mom likes quilting and crafting. And so my mom comes in today with 3 bags of her own stuff. She's like, okay, if we're listing cross stitch stuff. And she's like, oh, there's a lot more. So now she wants to take pictures of her own stuff for me to sell. So my mom just added to my death pile. So I'm like, okay, Friday, we're going to go to thrift stores. We're not going to take pictures of all this stuff. Because it's almost like a death pile of photos. You know, I have it there to list, but if I don't have the time to list it, then it just sits there. Hey, Heidi. Everybody else, yeah. Thank you guys all for coming. 57 people. You guys have to hit the like button, hit it. Subscribe to Cam and Julian for sure. I have their links below in the description. Hey, Jennifer, please.
I'm closing in on 500 subs on YouTube.
I did subscribe to you, so
thank you.
Got you that one.
So close to 500. Only 20 away.
Some of those cross stitches mentioning though, some of those do amazingly well. Like I know you said 10 to 20 on average, but there's some that go for like big money if you find the right one.
Depending on the names. That's what I learned. Like the whoever, like if the person who designed it, some of the names are super. It was like that with the books. Like I had a couple that were worth like 30 compared to 5. You know, which is a big difference. But the kits from those same people were selling $30+ and my friend picks them up at Goodwill all the time. She's up in North Carolina, and she finds them all the time. I don't see them at the thrifts here, so I don't know why, but apparently they're all at my mom's house, so I'm gonna have
mom's been picking them up.
Yeah
I'll be on the lookout for those.
If you it's going to be in my video tomorrow. I sold, like, I did share it on Instagram, like a little 8x10 like photo, not signed, not named, in a metal frame, really simple, was under £1, sold for $25. Like I paid $1, and it just looks like these old ladies' house picture, like, you know, like nothing outrageous. And if you can pick that stuff up, that is that stuff, like I said, I probably passed so many of that stuff. And like he was saying, the longer you do this, the more of an eye you're going to have and the bigger your knowledge is. And watching the what sold videos help too, because I'll be like, oh, I saw that on so-and-so channel. I might not even remember who I saw, but it's in my head because I watch those what solds to learn more. Yep.
I always say the what sold videos are the proof is in the pudding. I mean, that's like anyone can show a haul, and they're good. But when you see what sold, it's like that's where it is. That's what it actually sold for. That's what they got for it. You know, and there's always been people on YouTube who are like, this is going to sell for 150, and I'm like, I don't think so. You know? Yeah, I'm like maybe, but I wouldn't buy it for that. You know.
Yeah, and I like doing the what sold, same thing. Like my eBay store is public. Anybody can look at what I sold and see that like what I'm showing is what I sold. Leroy, thank you for asking. She's actually doing great. They, I think, have decided not to rebuild their house, but they have decided to buy another one. And they're in a rental right now and they're doing well. And I think she sent out individual thank yous to all you guys who sent her money. Cam, if you don't know, my best friend from middle school is a reseller too, and her house burnt down about a month ago, and she lost all of her inventory. She lost everything. And my lovely subscribers, a lot of them sent her money and they don't even know her to kind of help her get back on her feet. So thank you all who did that again. Yeah. Awesome community, guys.
Yeah, the community we have is pretty good. Yeah, we have a lot of people that care about people. That's good to hear, especially in today's world. It's nice to see people that care about someone they don't even know.
Right, and like she's not even like she doesn't even come in the YouTube chats. Like she's not even on YouTube. Everybody just because I said, which is cool. I have been told that probably since I was 18 years old, Jess, that I could sell ice to Eskimos. I really like. I started with plants on eBay is what I started on in 1999. I was selling little bitty cuttings that I paid like 50 cents from a nursery for $10, but I was selling like tons of them. And they're still, so California and Florida, we can get plants that people can't get in the rest of the country. So, and they're not really that hard to ship, but I don't have time to take care of them between purchasing and selling them. But even cuttings, Tim, which is Pick and Pack and Press Man on Instagram, sells cuttings. Like he clips it off of his plants in California. They're not rooted. He just trims his tree and sends it off and sells them for like $25 all the time, which is crazy.
I would never thought that even would sell.
No, that's so random.
And I have a wholesale nursery here. I can get flats. Like I take their overgrown ones for $10 and I sell like one of them for $10 and it's 70 in a tray. So 69 of those are profit. But like I said, it's so hot here and watering them, like I'd have to have like an automatic system or something set up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's cool. So some of the little permits sell for as much as my big permit sold for. Some of them sold for more than my big permit. I think my big permit went for like 175-ish, 125. And the small, like really soft, furry looking kermits that are from like the 70s, I want to say, are selling for like $200 for a small one. So if that's the one you got, that's probably a really good flip.
I sold a Kermit, $55. Had a hole in his face. I was happy to
don't
get that.
discount broken and like messed up pieces, guys. Some of this people will still buy.
Had a big old hole, and I was like, still worth money. It's
still worth $50.
Still worth $50. I got it for $1.
Yeah, I always sell broken stuff. People buy broken stuff all the time, or you part something out. Like you buy something and you find out it's broken, you just part it out. I sold a little knob for like a coffee maker, like a little handle, for $18, and I was like, "What?" I had it listed for like 8 months, but finally someone needed it, and I was like, "Cool." Right. You know, you never know.
I like selling broken stuff because it's already broken. Like you can't break. Like you send it to them, you're like, hey, it's broken. Yeah, it said for parts. Were you paying attention? I'm going rounds and rounds with this guy with a remote that I sold him for an airplane. And I told him it didn't charge. And then he was like, this doesn't charge. And I was like, we already had this conversation before you bought it. Like it was in the description. Doesn't charge. So, but yeah, it's
yeah, I sold a backpack. I actually canceled it today. And then I went back and looked at the listing because it was my daughter's like Under Armour backpack from volleyball, and she left it though in the laundry room, which is outside, and the humidity here is horrible. So a couple of the zippers had like corrosion on them because it was sitting out in the laundry room. And the guy's like, is this in good shape? Is it 8 of 10? And I knew he was probably going to be trouble anyways, but he bought it. And I'm like, yeah, she used it for one season. It's in good shape. And then when I went, I saw the corrosion. And I'm like, let me message him. And I messaged and he said, yeah, please cancel. And I went and looked. I had up close pictures of the corrosion on the zippers, and I had notated it in the description, and he did not look or read at all. So luckily I So, like, I didn't even remember it till I went to pull it. I went and messaged him. He's like, yeah, please cancel, because that would have been a big
That's gonna
mess,
be
even though it was in the listing and the pictures were there showing the things.
Some people just don't look. They just see the title or part of the title, and that's all they go with.
Yeah, but me and this guy had a conversation prior to him buying it that it didn't charge. I was like, bro,
He forgot
about it.
Like, I sent him screenshots. That was like the lady who bought booty shorts wanting coverage. Like, and she said, you told me the inseam was 3 inches. I screenshotted our message where I said the inseam was 2 inches, if that, and she returned them, and I took a discount off of it because I can. That stuff drives me crazy. I don't know. People also, though, I will tell you, look at the item specifics and don't look at the pictures. I've had that happen quite a few times lately. Like, I'll be multi-posting and I forget to switch the like item specifics. It'll say like set of 4 instead of set of 2, but the pictures of 2, and they buy it, get it, and they're like, no, it said it was a set of 4. I'm like, but the picture, and like, that's my fault. Those people get full refunds. I didn't change it. But I'm like, why do you not ask? Like, if you see a picture of 2 things, you know, why don't you ask and say, hey, is this really 4? But they don't. So some people only look at the pictures, some only look at the title, and some only look at the specifics. You never know what people are really going to look at.
I'm not even sure. Some just don't even look. They just like, oh, this might be what I want. I'll just buy it and see what happens.
Yeah.
One guy said that he couldn't see my pictures and bought it, got it, and said, I didn't see the pictures when I bought it. My computer wasn't working. This isn't what I ordered. And I was like, how? Somebody said, hold on, in the comments that their friend sells snails on eBay. That's actually like
nails that you hammer, or like
fingernails, like the little moving critter, the animal. Who said it was finds of yesterday?
Where is it?
That's insane. That some
snails.
of them suffer. Yeah.
You can sell like I used to go dig up. This is me again. I used to go dig up plants out of the ditches, and like, so they were free. And like, I would like irises and stuff that's really common again here in Florida and not available other places. And I've told it multiple times. I think I have a video on it. I used to sell the Spanish moss out of the trees. Oh. Like, there's so much in my yard, but now it's like the money's not worth the time for me. I'd rather do other stuff, but I still have it in my yard. I guess if I ever run out of things to sell, which probably won't happen.
Get through your death pile, just pull the moss and make it happen.
I have a whole shed that I haven't like touched. But the $50 trailer I bought, like, I'm in the profit. I pulled like 5 things, and I still have a whole trailer full in my shed that I kept. Like, I looked through it and gave away over half of it. So it's a shed full of stuff that I felt was worth keeping, that's just sitting there.
You'll get to it one day. That's what I tell my wife. I'll get to it one day. I'm not sure when, but I'll get to it.
Right. Yeah. Wasp and hornet nests go for tons of money. And another, like, deer antlers. So I'm in the country. I've not ran into them at yard sales, but I watch like 6 and 8 point buck heads go for over $200 to $300 on auction. So you could get your money back in a week. And then it's like, it's so crazy. Some like I said, cuttings, you can, I used to go, when I went to the Florida Keys, I would pay for my trip collecting blue leg hermit crabs for saltwater fish tanks. I know exactly where, I still know where to get them. And I would but I don't have a saltwater tank up running now that I could store them, but I would sell them on eBay in lots of 10. And I also traded with my local fish store to get credit to buy fish for my tank. So essentially I was getting free fish for my saltwater tank.
My mind is blown.
I live in Florida.
My mind is blown. Yeah, hornet nest. You're right. Like hundreds of dollars for hornet nests.
Yeah, see, Bill's selling stuff off of his trees. I think I did a video on like free stuff in your yard that you can sell on eBay. Like, it's just hilarious. So crazy. I did, but it was like a long time when I first started my channel.
You should do another one. There was a snail in front of my door when I walked out shipping today. He's done tomorrow. He's there. He's on eBay. He better run really fast, and I think he's kind of slow. He is done.
If my furniture venture goes how I want it, I fully intend on buying another shed. So I have plenty of room. I could tell my son, who is renting my rental now, that the 2 rooms he is not using because it is only him and his girlfriend, that I'm going to come store furniture in it. But Greg, there is, and you have to be careful. Like some plants here in Florida are illegal, like in Louisiana and Texas. They're invasive species. So if you're looking at more common stuff that's taking over, some of that cannot be shipped across state lines. So you can get into some legal stuff with that. That's another reason I stopped with the plants. If you're selling cuttings of the plants, like my friend Tim does, though, there's no soil on it. So a lot of that stuff's like soil pests that these states don't want coming in. But if you're selling just a piece of the tree, it's not. Live animals, I do not think, I mean, you can't sell a puppy on eBay, but as like you can, like there are crawfish, there are koi fish, there are tons of live animals like saltwater fish. I used to buy my live rock for my saltwater aquariums off of eBay because it was cheaper than the fish store. Like there's so much stuff on eBay.
Mountain says you can he said you can literally sell garbage. Craft people will buy a lot of like snack food wrappers.
That's crazy. Like that's just so crazy. That's like the junk drawer lot. Some of those sell for a ton of money. I don't know if people are really taking a whole drawer. I think that's more of a like, this is a junk drawer. Why can I not say junk drawer?
You can buy poison ivy.
I am not selling poison ivy. Somebody's gonna get an allergic reaction and sue you, and yeah.
Oh yeah,
seems like a liability.
Seems like a liability.
I'm good without that.
I'm amazed.
Like, it's crazy. So what's the craziest, like, I think that probably like the moss off the trees is probably one of the craziest things I've done. Like, what would you guys say is like the craziest thing you thought wouldn't sell that you've sold?
I don't know if I haven't sold it, but somebody I know showed me a listing one time of someone's toenail clippings in a jar. They had saved them, and there were people eating those, and it was disgusting. So
people.
Yeah, that was probably like the time I was like, why? Like, why would someone want that? I don't know if that sold me a thing that was like that weird though. I mean, I always find it weird when you sell old underwear. Like that just is kind of weird too. But the toenail.
I just listed some vintage Fruit of the Loom today.
I sold a bunch of Fruit of the Loom Hanes one time, and the lady was like, "Why did you wear these?" I was like, "No, I don't."
What? Like, do you want me to autograph them or my name? I would say that I haven't really sold anything like weird.
Yeah, I don't know what would be that weird, or at least at this point, it's just not weird to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still real new at this, so give me.
Southern Pearl Thrift. I am getting a AKC Golden Retriever puppy from Alabama, and 4 weeks. I put a deposit on her yesterday. I think so if you guys saw one of the clips, Dalton fell in love with a golden retriever at one of his little soccer practices. And we have little Chihuahua Yorkie mixes that are little yippers that you guys probably hear in the background of my video all the time. And they're not the best for a 2-year-old. So I think, and we have 11 acres, so we have room for a big dog. So I think he needs a dog he can roughhouse and play with more than a 5-pound dog that he can hurt. Theoretically, he can't catch them, luckily, but so hopefully we will be picking her up in 4 weeks.
Yeah, they're good family dogs. They're like they're good.
I know Colton and Courtney did like the whole like haunted dolls and haunted clowns. People go for that side, and I don't know if like you have to make up like a story to go along with it. I haven't really looked into the whole haunted doll thing, but some wicked looking baby dolls sell for some big money.
Why would someone want to buy something haunted? I don't Like,
yeah, are you making the story up about it? Like, you say it's
this was a little girl's toy and she died in a fire, and
and we found
like,
it.
like if you believe that it's haunted, like you want to scare yourself. I'm just not sure what the draw is, I guess.
I'm not keeping it in the house. I'll tell you that.
If it really is haunted, I'm not going to pick it up.
Yeah.
So
then I would freak myself out enough that if I made the story up, that I would think it was haunted and I would have to throw it away or burn it.
You would believe it. You'd be like,
yeah, then I would believe it. Then it'd be over. And that'd be the end of me. That'd be done.
So, glitch in the matrix, when you do the junk, y'all just want me to say that. The junk drawer lots, do you do auctions or do you list them at like a flat, oh my gosh, I can't talk, flat price? Is my like squeaky voice gone away? It seems like it pops up at the same time every live, so that's why I went out and back in.
Seems
so. Vacuum parts, I think that one I know. Like I've sold like the shark steamer parts when the main piece didn't work. I sold like the hose and the tip and the little pouring thing all separately for like $10 each, and I made more off of all the parts than if I had sold the whole thing together.
Yeah, if you can find like Dysons, like the canisters and the stuff on the Dysons, you can part out a Dyson broken vacuum, but the parts that are not really don't have any electric power or anything, you can sell those for great money. I parted out quite a few Dyson vacuums and sharks and different stuff like that.
Denise, I do not know.
He writes the stories of the haunted creatures.
I saw that. So we need to hire Troy when we buy like these creepy looking dolls. We'll pay Troy to like make a story for the dolls. Denise, I really don't know. I would say you would have to search. I've never seen or tried to sell magnolia leaves. I have one small one in my yard, so not enough to make it worth it. Seeds too, guys. If you have like trees and plants, people buy seeds off of those. You can sell like 10 seeds for like $5. And if you have like 100 on your tree, that's more stuff. Troy sold old underwear for $80. Yeah, it's crazy.
Are they haunted as well? I'll make a story up about that.
Louis, I think we are naming her Dandelion, not naming her Bama. We're going to call her Dandy, so it'll be Dalton and Dandy. And I very well might start a YouTube channel for Dalton and Dandy, so you guys are going to have to wait and see if Dalton will cooperate. But as you saw earlier, he is a camera hog. That child loves being on the camera. Is my voice back better, people? Ooh, I hear me echoing. Bill, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Bill was listening to me. I was up late and he had woke up late and I was like mad at the world the other day. I don't even know why. I had no reason. I had like a beautiful day at work. It was chill. I come home and I like want to like hurt somebody and I don't know why. So I messaged Bill. I'm like, I'm angry and I don't know why. And I really still don't know why. But the community is like so amazing. The reseller community, like that's, except for a couple of people, that's like all my friends. That's like the only people I talk to now, or like all my reselling buddies, because they're the only ones that want to hear about all my stuff I'm doing.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, yeah. They get tired of like, oh, you sold something cool. And I'm like, no, it's really awesome. I paid $1 and it sold for $150. That's like awesome. They're like, yeah, whatever. And I'm like, I'm done with you.
We're done this conversation.
But then reselling people, you're like, hey, I just sold, a pack of old underwear for $35. Like, yeah, I know, it's cool that someone wants old whitey tighties, isn't it? And
I was actually looking that up. I was like, whitey tighties. Really?
Yeah.
I just heard from Ginger Marvin, guys. She messed up the time and she said she is signing in. So I guess we'll stay for a little bit longer so we can hang out with Cathy for a little bit.
This past week,
taught me so much tonight. It's ridiculous. I never thought about any. Number one, that haunted thing is insane. Pieces of trees.
Goodbye, all of you people that are going to watch the presidential debate.
Yeah, I think we're probably.
Julian and Cam, if you would like to go, you're welcome to. I am not going to be watching because I don't want.
No, I'm cool.
I'll get it on the replay.
Yeah, I'll get.
There's nobody in my house, so it's not like it's.
Don't worry. A lot of my Facebook friends are like political geniuses, so they'll let me know how it went anyways.
I'm sure everybody.
Yeah, go
will
watch
let
Facebook
know.
or TikTok for half a second. They'll tell you all about it.
This past weekend, I actually found. You guys know what a virtual boy is? Have you guys the virtual
I
boy?
don't.
It's a pretty rare video game system. If there's any gamers, they know what it is. But I found one for $40. You should look up the comps on it. It's crazy. I found one at this. It was in an old retirement like community, and I always ask people if they have video games. I'm like, hey, you got video games? It was an older lady, and she goes, well, I got this one thing. And I'm like, okay, well, let me see it. And she brings it out, and it's a virtual boy in the box. And she goes, yeah, these are worth a lot of money. I'm like, yeah, they are. She goes, but for you, just $40. And I was like, are you sure? They're worth more than that. She goes, no, that's fine. I don't really need the money. And I was like, okay, cool.
Thanks. Yeah, that's
sometimes
awesome.
I've actually paid people more, like, just because like they didn't know what they had. And I'm like, honestly, this is like really valuable. And yeah, that lady charged me $40 for that. She said she has a whole room full of Disney stuff too, so she's hopefully going to call me back so I can go take a look at that.
Yeah, you're right. They're very expensive.
Yeah, for $40 in the box, it was a steal.
What? So tell us, what are the comps?
Well, it depends on what you look at. This one, she says it's new in the box, which is not. I don't think it is. I can't prove that it is. Yeah, but and mine, there's two different varieties of them, but I've seen them sell as high as $500 or $600 before for the one that I have. But I don't think I'm going to be able to list on the high end because I really can't prove that it's new in box. So I'll probably have to list it pre-owned. But I mean,
is it like something you look in?
Yeah, it's like an old system that was made to be like this. It's supposed to be like a virtual thing. If you've ever actually played it or seen anyone play, it's not really that great. It's kind of not cool. Yeah. But that's why it's valuable because it didn't really take off as much as people would have thought. So it's hard to find. I've only found, I think, one in person, and then I've seen someone tell me they found one in a garage sale, but they're hard to find.
Cathy, thank you for coming. It's okay. Now you have to do another show with us, though. Like
all day, I thought it was at 7:30 my time, but it's 7, I guess. So my bad.
Yeah, that's what like Tommy's like time difference. I am gonna like comment on Leroy's thing here, and then I'll make you big. That way you can like tell everybody who you are. I have your channel link in the description, so everybody has it. Leroy said his boss wouldn't give him the elevator key, so he bought one off eBay. Like, that's just like genius. Then he had his own elevator key. So a lot of not a lot, but some people are leaving to watch the presidential debate, which is fine. You guys enjoy. We're gonna hang out for a little while longer. Richard is dropping your link to the channel. So I'm gonna make you big real quick, Cathy, and let you introduce yourself, and then like I said, I have to schedule you because we might go for like maybe 20 or 30 more minutes. And then
you guys have been on for an hour. I thought I was only like 3 minutes late, so I'm an hour late.
Yeah, you're an hour.
Oh my gosh, I am the worst.
I told somebody to message you.
I've been like folding laundry and doing nothing, like waiting for the time to get to 7 o'clock.
That's all right. All right, I'm gonna make you big. So just tell everybody about you. Look at her storage behind her, guys. That is crazy. So I'm gonna make her big.
Professional.
Hi guys. So I'm Cathy. Obviously, I'm Ginger Marvin on YouTube, on Instagram, and I'm a full-time reseller on lots of platforms. So I'm not sure what you guys have been talking about the whole day, but.
I think we've been mainly talking about like weird stuff that we've been selling. I think has been the most like stuff that people wouldn't expect to sell as high as it does. What would your primary you're selling most on is kidizen, right? Or no?
Not anymore. eBay is probably the best right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good though.
I just started eBay within the last year, so I didn't really do it before because I was too scared, but it definitely make the most sales over there. And if I had to pick one platform only, it would definitely be eBay.
That's awesome. Yeah. And that's where I'm at too. I know that some of the people were saying like you can list mom clothes and stuff on kidizen. I'm interested to know how much are you making from kidizen in a month? Just about like, where's that at?
Last year, it was about a little over 2,000 gross. but this year it's probably a little less because I started eBay, and I'm just now like, I just got to 14K on the 90-day total on eBay, but then I have I do 4 platforms. So I do between 8,000 to 9,000 gross a month.
Okay.
4 right now. So it's pretty evenly split, but with eBay being the best and the other 3 kind of pretty even.
Now, are you doing Kidizen, Mercari, Poshmark?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then sometimes I'll do something in a Facebook buy sell trade group, but
I wish that I don't think, Julian, I know you said you were thinking going to the flea markets. Cam, do you do any in-person selling at all, or are you strictly online?
Maybe if it's something big, like a golf bag or something like that. I sold one of those big Pelican cases the other day locally, but I don't do anything else. Just eBay works for me. My wife does Amazon, not too much, but she does it a little bit. But eBay I feel like you can pretty much sell anything, so it just works for the stuff that I'm finding, and it's pretty consistent for me for the past few years. So I focus there.
Yeah, that's my focus as well. And like where I'm at, I got tired of blowballers. I got tired of people not showing up, and I don't have time to deal with it. And the thing that sucks, I was talking with one of my friends. He's actually a reseller in the UK, and he does a lot on marketplaces. And I'm like, the only thing that sucks is like everything is trackable, because we're all honest and report our cash sales 100%. But like that's the only thing. Selling only online, it's all trackable, which is crazy. There is a question for you, Miss Cathy.
I just passed 1,000 on eBay, so I probably have about 1,000 on all. Since eBay, you can basically list anything. So probably between 1,000 and like 1,100 maybe right now. That's usually where it's hard for me to get past that, because once I hit 1,000, stuff just is always selling, and to list. Like if I'm listing 10 to 15 a day, I'm always selling 10 to 15 a day, and it's hard to get past that so far for me.
Yeah, I listed like 45 today, I think. But that's, again, it's my mom's taking pictures. It's easy, like the media, front, back, like you're done, sell similar. You already have your title. Like it's so super easy. So it's not like in depth. And everybody knows I do not measure the clothes I sell. I refuse to do that. And now my mom takes pictures of the scarves inside yardsticks so they can look at the yardsticks. I'm not even typing the measurement in. So I'm all about fast listing, because again, like you're saying, like I had 50 go out yesterday. So I've gotta, if I want to grow my store, I have to be able to list more than that. And that's where the easier things are, I think, more attractive to at least get your store up. And those little, like I had $1,200 go out yesterday, and the highest item was $60. So that little stuff adds up, like it really does.
I like selling shoes because it's no measurements, pretty easy to list. People don't care if there's a little dirt on them because they're shoes. But
where do you live?
Colorado Springs.
So is it easy to, like where I'm at, because I'm in the middle of Florida, like the middle of nowhere in Florida, I can't find shoes. It's just impossible. They're just not there.
The only where
I was just saying, everywhere sandals down there, they don't need shoes. It's so hot.
South Florida,
I think without like 20 pairs. Like I can go into any thrift store pretty much in town and come out with 20 pairs, because I'm not terribly picky on I'm not terribly picky on how much I'm going to make per item. Like to me, if you're going to list stuff, you're going to sell stuff. So I don't need to have a $20, $30, $40 sale profit price. I'm okay making $15 profit on an item. So pretty much any shoes sell for like 30 plus. So if I can get them under 10, it's worth it to me.
Yeah, and I think that's like where all of us are that are here. Like I'm not, like I don't care. I was listing the pattern books, and I'm like, I'm not listing them under $5. Like I refuse. They can sit there for 2 years. I'm not. I list them for $5.99. I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. That's like my cutoff, I think. So I'm not selling anything under $5, which is pretty low. But above that, like I have 15 cents into it. So if it sells for $5.99, I'm happy. If they offer me $4.50, I might take it, Plus shipping.
Yeah, I sell like single sockets, and I mean I'll sell a socket for like $7. Sometimes plus shipping, sometimes free shipping, but I have nothing in them, so it's like a quick $5, just like immediately. And I sell like 2 a day, 3 a day. That's not bad.
Just
They're
adds up.
easy to list, easy to ship, easy to photograph. I mean, it's pretty simple.
That's my Starbucks money. Any of my $5 sales is what I my Starbucks money.
But it adds up. Like the little stuff adds up. I haven't had any home run sales in like a long time, and I'm like I said, I'm hitting those $300 days. So like a lot of like 10 and 15. I started and I don't know what you guys do, like with the bigger lots, even if the comps are higher, if I have 50 cents in, I'm like beating them by like a few dollars because I'm like, no, I want it to sell faster and get it out. Like the golf clothes and stuff I got, I'm listing at like $12 to $13 where most are at like 17 to 20. But I want to sell them fast. Like I'm all in the profit and I'm all right with that. And I know some people like that's the whole like race to the bottom or what, but not really. Like there's so many
ruining it for all of us. No,
I am ruining it.
Ruining everything. What's wrong with you?
People just complain, but yeah, I would do that too. As long as you have the room for profit. If you bought a big lot and you have the room, might as well just move it out and move on to the next thing.
Right, and you learn as you're going, so you typically should buy better. You're still going to make mistakes. I still buy stuff and get home and like, what was I looking? And it's stuff I comped when I was out, and I'm like, I go to list it, and I'm like, where'd those listings go? And I can't find it. Can't find it.
I did that with a golf club today. I went out there and I was like, I saw this thing. I comped it. I came home. I can't find that thing. I can't even find it on Google. I'm pretty sure it's worthless. $3 on it.
What club is it?
I think it's old. It's a swing tempo trainer. It has like this swoop on it. And like all types of stuff that I sell golf club related, I find trainer things sell like really fast. I just sold one for like $100. Not the thing with the scoop. But in the store, I could have sworn that I saw it like on eBay. I get home, I can't find it. But I'm gonna list it like high, like really high. I think it's
you gotta start high and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, because it's that even on Google you can't find this. It's like it says made in the United States. It has like tempo trainer. It's a pro and has like an actual number on it. I can't find it to save my life.
I've done well on the training stuff. I sold one the other day, a little $60 little tiny iron. It's like it's small, so it's to practice your aim. So you hit it right. It's not a big iron, but it's like little. It's called like a Pure something Pro or whatever golf club, and I sold it for $60. Yeah, so the training stuff does really well because people who know what it is, they'll go out and buy it, so they can work on their golf swing. So I'd list that high, and maybe someone out there knows what it is.
Yeah, like I sold one that had like a tiny like shaft, like the golf shaft was really flexible. It was called the Whippy. I sold it for $103. I picked it up for $2. And the thing, you could like, I mean, it was like a whip. You could like get this. It was ridiculous. And I mean, it sold. I put it on auction because I didn't really know the price for it. And I put it on. It started at like $50, and it went all the way to like 103 very quickly. So I was impressed.
I've tried learn. I need to watch Casey more, Carolina Hustler, which he's on with us next week. I have tried because there is golf stuff here all the time, but I have not. Though some stuff you just don't want to learn about, like Cam, you're saying like the breakables, you're like whatever. That's kind of how I am with golf stuff.
When I watch your channel, Kat, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. You sold it for that much, but I think glass and stuff is so boring.
Yeah.
But I've only had like 2 things in the past year break. And like, I will tell you, and I hope he's not watching in the bedroom. That's why it's been quiet. My husband brought Dalton to the bedroom. He packs most of that. And when I see him pack when I'm here, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, he does not pack very well. And the stuff doesn't break. So I guess I should stop hollering at him because it's obviously getting there okay. But he doesn't do it like I do it. But he does, like half the shipping. I'm at work 12-hour days, so I can't, pack, and we ship out every day. But only like 2 things have broke. So I mean, a lot of bubble wrap and a lot of peanuts. I spend a lot of money on bubble wrap and peanuts, but my profit margin, I get all those pieces for $1 or $2, and they sell for, 30, 40, 50 or more. So to me, it's worth it. I understand people not, that's like me in golf clubs though. I keep trying, but how some stuff just doesn't
No, I love golf clubs though. I sold a $150 Nike driver the other day. I spent $25 on 3 clubs, and the driver sold for $150 shipped.
Yeah.
So
there's a ton of money. I didn't know that. And I'm in like golf club, amazing place. I'm in Myrtle Beach, and I was like, when I first started, I didn't really know what to sell, and then I saw Carolina Hustler. He's like, "Hey, sell golf clubs." I was like, "What?" And then it's crazy. I mean, the stuff that I did pick up 2 golf bags.
Some of them are not worth a lot, like anything. Most stuff is not worth anything, but once you find out the ones that are, you can make great money on golf clubs.
Oh yeah.
Did you see that comment? I had it up there.
Yeah, I saw that. Glock, he watches my channel. He's a good guy. So no, I don't care. I just do free shipping because sometimes I'm too lazy to just weigh it out and put it in there, and I feel like honestly the shipping, because of FedEx and UPS have come down in their pricing, it's actually not as bad to ship big stuff as it used to be. The prices that they're giving, the discounts on eBay aren't too bad. So I do free shipping. Every once in a while I get burned, but it's not that often. And most stuff, it's media mail or it's at a flat rate or whatever. So I know what the cost is, but everybody has their own way. That's the best part about eBay. You don't have to copy anybody else. You just do what works best for you.
Yeah, like Tommy's a big fan of flat rate shipping. And I thought about trying it, and he's like, "You'll have more sales if you do flat rate. Just do flat rate." And I'm like, no, because for me, most of my stuff goes to California. I shipped out stuff to Hawaii and Puerto Rico today. No, I can't. I try, but I haven't. My big thing though is when refunds come back, I don't have to refund them that original shipping, and eBay will pay for it now with their new setup. All they have to do is ask eBay to pay, and eBay's like, "Oh, we sent them this money. You don't have to pay it, and it won't hurt your statistics." So that's why I don't. That's one of the big reasons I don't. I only have like a 1.5% return rate. It's super low, but Cathy, do you do free shipping?
I always used to, because on Kidizen I do, and so I'm used to doing that. But recently I've started to charge for shipping, at least on priority stuff, and even more recently I've started to do calculated, which I don't know, it probably gets me less sales, I think, so I might go switch them back. But I kind of like that they always overestimate the amount the person needs to ship, because I would always do like $850 to like $925, and then I swear every shoe is going in New York, so it's like $12. So that's why I started doing calculated, and I'm okay paying.
Yeah, and I mean, they charge them the retail price, and then we get the discounted price. So I look at that as like that covers like my bubble wrap, my peanuts, the boxes. I only buy boxes really for my first class stuff. I get like free priority or my eBay boxes with my coupon for the rest of them. But yeah, so Jeff, I mean, that's the thing. And I tried to learn it, and I mean, I might try again, but I've got so much, and I have a shed full of inventory, and I'm making decent profit. I hit at least 50% profit overall. So I'm doing fine where I'm at, but I am always trying to learn more. I want to learn more about the bigger dollar items and be able to have more $100+ sales,
That can be in golf clubs. Some of them ping drivers and Callaway things, they go for like 150, 200, 300.
You know what
New
I
irons
sold at
like
$1,200? I sold, and I found them by accident. I sold the rangefinders. Do you ever find those?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I sold rangefinders for like 200, 250. I didn't like I said, I don't even remember. I found them on Shop Goodwill. It was like a lot of 4 of them. And it came up because I was searching something else. I'm like, what the hell is this? And I bought them. They all sold super fast. So rangefinders, I'd know if I saw those. And I probably should go to I live by the Villages, which is where I got all those golf clothes for so cheap. The retirement capital, those people are crazy in their golf carts. It's like the Indy 500 of golf carts. You have to walk out. I will let you guys answer, and I know my answer, and I think probably everybody, if they watch my channel at all, knows my answer to that.
one way to source. I
Yeah,
mean, I
that's
pretty much
one.
only source thrift stores, so I'm not like a auction or anything like that. So I enjoy the hunt through the thrift store.
I would probably switch to all auctions.
For me, like for my business, I would probably say the sources, my networking contacts that provide me stuff is the best way for me to source. But for my personal well-being and mental health, garage sailing, because that's where I have the most fun and I get to like refresh and just
Stick with that one.
Yeah,
That's
like
the
that's
most
the one
important.
where
The reason I like doing this is to like I like reselling because I like to go out and find stuff, and then I like the thought that I picked out something that somebody liked and bought for more than I picked it out for. So I don't really like the thought of just having stuff delivered that I don't know what it is and I have to list it now.
That's why I love this. Everybody's so different. I love that. I always like buying huge quantities of stuff and like I have no idea what I just
So
bought.
Julian and I are similar. So I would say the online auctions for sure. But here's the thing, like, so we see one picture of like tons of crap essentially, and you get to look through that when you get it. You get like, I just got 110 pounds of stuff delivered to my house. And so I do have to find it on the auctions, you know, and when it comes, you never know what's going to be in there. So the element of the hunt is definitely there. If I had more like thrift and garage sales, I have to drive at least an hour for, well, except one tiny small thrift store. I have to drive at least an hour to hit garage sales or thrift stores. So it's not like I can just run 10 minutes down the road and be able to thrift. The one thrift store in my town is like a tiny little, it's a hospice store. And that's all I have in my town. So it might be different if I didn't have to drive, but I have lately more than normal grumpy 2-year-old, and an hour car ride and getting in and out of the car is like pulling your teeth out. So for me, it just makes more sense. I like to go like Friday. I'll probably go with my mom before my husband and the baby wake up, and I'll go to the thrift stores. And then my mom's as bad as me, wanting to go like, look, she's like, oh, we should go here. She's the one that drugged me to that thrift store that probably will end up being one of my favorites. It's about 45 minutes away, but it's like a women's club thrift store. And the lady like buys stuff for the thrift store, almost like we do in lots. Like, I guess like people from the church and stuff come and they're like, so they give them a little bit of money for it. But she said she bought like a ton of new with tags. And if I tell her, I think that could become a connection. Like if I tell her what I want to sell, like we were talking, I spent $200 and they're like, they love me. They're like, come back. Cause they're probably used to, you know, like $10 and $20 sales. And I just kept piling it. I'm piling, they're wrapping and bagging. I'm piling for 2 hours. I did that. And, but it seems like she looks for stuff for the thrift store. So I think if I like develop that a little more, that might be a good source where she would call me too. So my ultimate answer though would be the online auctions, just because of what fits into my lifestyle the best right now with the 2-year-old. I have not had that happen. Almost all of my auction lots I get have surprised me. I have had some that I like will only make a little bit of money, but 90% of the time, like this scarf lot in like, I'm not hiding, it was not in my reseller scarf lots. I have a Fendi scarf that's probably worth $200 to possibly $400. Like I'm not letting that go. I think I kept like 20 scarves out. So that's where like, that's what I'm hoping though, when I buy 800 scarves, like I want to find that one that pays for every single scarf that's in that box, you know, and it's looking through and finding. And that's what I like. Julian bought the linen closet, like I bought the linen closet, like two things paid for, and like a big old closet full of stuff. Mm-hmm. So, but there's nothing like the thrill of hand picking. Like I love that when I went out. I just don't have the time to. Like I wish I did, but I just with Dalton, I just don't have the time to do it.
Yeah, I've been burned on like a smoke smell in a house. Got me one time. Like I got there and like everything smelled like smoke, and I was like, this is all pretty much ruined. Because it's hard to, you know what I'm saying? Like I was like,
You can't see that in pictures, yeah.
You can't see it in the picture. And I got there, and once I walked in the house, I was like, this is never going to work out. So that one was a bust. But the rest of them, so that's been my most profitable, has been auction buys by far, like hands down. I do really well at thrift stores. Like that's fun, and I love that. But auction buys have been definitely the most profitable, like hands down. Like stupidly hands down. One golf one has been just ridiculous.
Cathy, you see that question? And yeah, my golf clothes one probably has been my most profitable auction buy all year. Like the Jamie Sadek golf shirts and skirts selling for $50 a piece when I had 50 cents in. That has been insane for me.
My favorite thing to source and list is shoes. Any shoes, kids, adult, women's, men's. I like kids because they're mostly first class shipping and they don't make a ton of money. I'll pick them up for like $5, sell them for 20 to 30, make like $15 profit, but I can do a lot in a day. And then adult shoes.
You know, that's a decent profit. I need to list. I picked up a
to me, like before I was doing reselling, you know, I just had my first kid and I was only at a full-time job for like $13 an hour anyways. So to me, any money is good money. So
yeah, no.
I make $15 off one item.
Nice
really good.
Right. And that's where it's hard for me. And I know a lot of people like see my numbers and they're like, oh, that's great. And I'm like, I make 100,000 a year almost at my career. If I want to step away from that, I have to step it up on eBay. And I do. I want to go part-time by the end of the year. So those numbers, though, are not where I want them to be. So, like, we have the lifestyle of making 6 figures a year, you know, my house and, you know, everything. That's just what we're used to. I wish I had, like, pushed this as much before I was used to this and didn't have as many bills, and like I still have my student loans to pay for, because it would be so easy to just be like, okay, I'm gonna go full time. I would love to go full time and like source and sell all the time, but reality of it for me and just like my financial situation is that's probably not gonna happen for a long time.
But there is usually a preview day for auctions, but if it's like far,
But when you go to ones that are 2 and 4 hours away, I'm not going to drive to the preview, so I never see them. But I do look at the ones people are like bidding up higher, because I'm thinking they might have went to the preview and then there's something in there that I don't see. So I pay a little closer attention then.
I get scared when I buy stuff that doesn't get bid up.
Why does anybody else buy it?
They went there, and there's a reason why it's only going for like a linen closet's going for $10. I bought a closet the other day, went for $24. It was like hundreds and hundreds of items of clothing. It was ridiculous. All good though. It wasn't bad.
Oh yeah, I see. Louis says our discussion is better than the debate. I do not doubt that. Hence me not watching it. We have dropped though. We only had 38 in the chat. So some people apparently are probably interested in it, but I am not political at all. I'm not interested. We will go here soon though. Dalton and Brad hates having to like keep him in the bedroom. Cathy, you missed my son. We have a spare phone he watches YouTube on to entertain himself while I'm live, and we cannot find it. So he was being ridiculous. So he's in the room watching TV.
I feel so bad. So like when I got your tag on Instagram earlier, in my head I did the math because it said 7 hours, but that was obviously 7 hours your time. So like I was looking at the clock, like, okay, 7 hours from now is going to be 7:30 my time, but I didn't account for it being your time.
It's okay. We will add you on to another one. That way we will have more time. I know next week we have Tesla Picker on, which I love Dave. Dave was on. It's so funny. He's like, I've been on since I was a baby YouTuber. He was on my show probably over 3 months ago, and then Carolina Hustler Casey. So we'll get some golf knowledge there for sure.
Yeah, maybe he knows
about golf knowledge other than I like selling golf clothes. Ralph Lauren button or polo shirts and stuff like that. I got a ton of those recently, but that's all I know about golf.
You just got to know a few brands. You got to like Callaway, Nike, Ping, Titleist. You just get a couple of brands is all you
For
need.
the clubs?
Yeah, for the clubs.
And isn't it mostly like the wedges and the putters that sell better?
No, drivers can do really well. I mean, I sold that one driver for $150, but like Nike, Callaway, TaylorMade, Titleist, Ping, those are the ones you really want to find.
I know the brands. I just don't know which ones to pick. I know
have like a model or there's like a type of club it is. It'll be like a Nike SRQ or whatever driver, and it's on there somewhere. And you look that up, and then you just got to make sure you know if it's lefty or righty because that's what we do.
So how do we know if it's a lefty or righty?
Well, like I guess if you have the club and you put it down wherever the face is, if you're a righty, it's going to be I think on your left side. Trying to think. Yeah, if it's a lefty, it'll be on your right side or whatever. So, but I'm not like I don't know like the best way to show you without having a club here with me. I didn't bring one. But you can the way you would hold it, you put it down, you'll be able to see that if you were swinging it, the head would go in the right direction. Like if you were a righty, you hold the club, the head should be
over
going
your right shoulder, right?
No, like you would swing. You don't over your shoulder. I'm just. It'd
no,
be like
no, but I mean, you would be like going back over the right if you're right-handed.
It would go back, to your right, and then you'd swing down towards the club, and that's where the head would be hitting the ball.
So we'll just be swinging golf clubs.
Yeah, when you would go putting, when you're putting, whatever which way you're putting, that's
make sure that the face of the club where it would hit the ball. That's where it would be.
Yeah. If you're a righty. That would be.
But yeah, you only have to know a couple brands, and then usually you can do well. Obviously, some of the older stuff isn't as good by those brands, but it's not really that hard. I feel like
which do you prefer though? Like, is it better to find lefties because they're less common, or righties?
I prefer righties because they just sell quicker. Sometimes lefties can sell really well, but there's just not as many lefty golfers. But depending on the right brand, you can sell anything. I sold a set of irons for $190 this weekend, and a putter for $100. It was a Ping putter and then a $190 set of TaylorMade irons. So I mean, you just gotta know the brands, and they're easy to ship. Like most of the time, they go in those triangular tubes.
Yeah.
Like, how much does that cost? Like, are they too long? Like, isn't the shipping length only allowed to be like?
No. Most
not in those tubes. It's regular, right?
Well,
like I ship bats for like $10.
Yeah, they're not going to be too long. They don't go in the dimensional weight. Okay. As long as you get the right, like those triangle boxes or whatever, they'll be fine. Maybe probably are some drivers that if you pack them with enough bubble on the ends, they might go over the length. But for the most part, clubs are not. Unless you have a bunch of irons together, the weight might get you. But an individual club is not much to ship. Probably like $8 to $12.
Weight on the irons will get you it's like 9 pounds for a whole iron set.
Yeah, the whole iron set will get you. But if you're selling them for $100 and something bucks, you're probably going to be able to charge some shipping. It'll be fine. I mean, but yeah.
I always do
you sell more sets or individual?
Probably individuals. Because I don't always find full sets. A lot of times I don't find a full set. So if I don't have a full set, I'll usually just sell them individually. But yeah, I'd look into it. It's not too bad. Like I said, that was almost $300 in golf clubs just this weekend.
And they sell a lot. Like everybody, they constantly.
Some places play golf all year. Like Florida and California, people play golf all year. So even though in the East Coast and the North might be winter and all, but other places are still buying clubs because people still play.
Yeah, and you're right. It is easy because when you go in, I had to look up certain, with the Ping with the different dots. That was the only thing that really got me. But other than that, like you said, there's going to be a model number or something on it that you can look it up or comp it out really quick. Super easy to ship, easy to store, kind of easy to take pictures of too. I mean,
I really like clubs. Like I said, they're one of my favorite things to sell.
So. Look at golf clubs.
Yeah, down in Florida, I guarantee you got millions of dollars sitting down there.
There's some old guy.
I haven't seen them on the auctions. I got those golf clothes. I bought one set of clubs from the auction, and I ended up giving them away free because the golf head covers, which was really all I could see, were like the super expensive brand. And then when I got them home, the clubs were not. And I actually couldn't find any comps for them. So I just gave them to my free people that take truckloads from me. But I still have the head covers. I need to list them because I only paid $5 for the whole bag, and the head covers will cover that because that expensive brand of head cover still sells, but the golf clubs were not.
Some head covers sell for a ton of money.
Yeah, you find a Scotty Cameron head cover.
The Scotty Cameron head cover.
Yeah. But I mean, even
where, like, do you find head covers at, like, where are you guys finding this stuff at thrift stores? I haven't seen them at thrift stores here.
I found some golf clubs at thrift stores, but usually garage sales or estate sales. Sometimes the estate sale people, they just don't know what the kind of clubs are there. Or then you get sometimes I find an older guy who's done playing golf and he had bought a nice set. And, you know, he'd be like, he wants to sell it for a good price. Maybe an ex, if they're getting divorced, she wants to sell her ex's old stuff. I don't know. I find them sometimes, but a lot of times you got to always take the head cover off because some people find head covers on the golf course and they keep them, but they have junk clubs underneath. So
that's what happened to me. So if you found that, would you like ask somebody to buy just the head covers?
Probably not. I mean, maybe it depends. Yeah, I mean, if they're already having it, they're not. Maybe if they seem like they want to really sell stuff. But,
okay.
I mean, I think one time I did buy some head covers from they had a whole set of Dallas Cowboy ones, and I bought them because I was a Cowboys fan. But I don't know if I just do it for like one driver cover or something.
I just bought a bag. I mean, we have a ton of golf clubs in our Goodwill, and I just bought a golf bag. It's an Adams Golf Women's polka dotted something. And I looked online. There was only one, and there was one sold comp. And I got it for $20, but I have the whole like head cover set that goes with the polka dots. And so I spent $20 on it, but the sold comp was like $129 plus shipping without, and that didn't have the rain cover or the
yeah, you got a nice setup thing. And plus being polka dot, I could see some lady on the golf course wanting to stand
with
out.
her polka dotted golf bag.
Yeah, she wants to
polka dotted golf bag. I was all in. I was like, that's easy now. But we have a ton in our Goodwills. There's one in particular that is on fire for golf clubs. I don't know where they get them from.
I haven't seen them here, but I haven't really. I need to go to more. I found one thrift store when I went and picked up that estate lot with all the golf clothes that was amazing. A church thrift store that was big, but I didn't have enough time. My mom had an appointment to get to, so I'd like to go back to that one. And maybe I should look for more thrift stores down there because it's like nothing but golf. It's hard to find a car parking space there. Like even at the McDonald's, they'll have like 4 times more golf cart parking than they do for cars. Like they're serious golf, and some of them I think just drive around on their golf carts all day. But you know. I think I'm going to wrap it up. I hear Dalton screaming in the bedroom. Luckily, you guys cannot hear that. I am going to make everybody big except me. Hopefully, if you're here, you're already subscribed to me. If not, then subscribe. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. So Cathy, go first. Your link is in the description so everybody can subscribe. And then I saw Richard dropping it a little bit ago too. So I will let you guys give little closing goodbyes and then we will sign off.
Bye.
Short and sweet.
What do I do? What do you mean? What do I say? I'm nervous.
Well, like, what do you mostly do? What sold video? Like, tell them what kind of videos you have.
Yeah. So right now, okay.
She's like, yeah. So.
I do mostly what's sold right now, just because it's the easiest to do, and we're always running behind. So, I'd like to do more like teaching type videos on like how to's or mostly like how to do something videos.
I think all of us, like, I've been trying, like I did a little shipping one because those are the ones that are evergreen, you know, that can help the new people that like we take advantage of. Like there's so much stuff that we do that we don't realize, like we just do it without thinking. Like shipping that people are scared of, you know, just
don't know how to, my kidizen video, like my kidizen 101 is the one I'm making the most money on. So I just want to do more like that. And it's like teaching somebody how to do something that they don't know how to do.
Yeah, no, I agree. I just like, I don't know if I have the patience to like stop and
sit down and think it out. And so
my best one was just me talking like about how I went from like 0 to 75K in a year. I think I'm almost at like, I'm closing in on like 3,000 views, which is cool to me. Like for my channel, my views, that's excellent.
That's a big.
And I'm like, It's crazy. I'm like, people want to just listen to me talk. Like, that's all I did was sit there and talk for like 25 minutes. And it's my most viewed video. But all right, Cam, do you want to say something or not? Or are you just going to say
thanks for everybody being here. I appreciate it. Check out my channel if you want to see what solds. I sell kind of all kinds of random stuff. So I appreciate the invite and hope everyone has a good night.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming on. Julian, say goodbye.
Goodbye, guys. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. I do what solds also. Mine are
we all do the same kind of videos.
We all do the same content. Watch all of us. We're all amazing. We appreciate
and then you'll all learn different stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned a ton tonight. I've only been doing this for like 10 months, and you guys blew my mind with a whole bunch of stuff you told me. So
yeah, no random stuff. All right, bye guys. See you guys next week.
Yeah.